Konnichiwa! Des, Udo, headphone, sexy time. Kitty, kitty. Ooh. Anyway, how was this long? I thought I could hold up the entire review with that. I'm just no fucking way. This is real. This is happening. I'm wearing these. And as much as I would love to face reveal, I have found an alternative because this is exactly how I... Oh, konnichiwa! Desu! KAWAII! Razor Kraken Pussy Edition. I'm sorry, wait, there's another name for it. Hold on. Razor Kraken Kitty, not the V2, this is the V1. 7.1 spatial surround chroma RGB retractable active noise canceling mic. I was going to make some sort of lewd comment about how a cat's penis can also retract. I didn't, though. So, you're welcome. Blah, 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 blah. 8,613 ratings, 4.5 stars, $99. And when I first sat down to listen to them, which was this morning, by the way, I was like, oh, you know what? These aren't so bad. For like the first, I swear to God, 30 seconds. Whatever song was playing off my laptop, because it's USB, because obviously it's USB, because normal people don't have sound cards or anything. And this is for normies as fuck. You're a normie as fuck. That's an insult. You should be insulted. This was actually loaned to me by Harley, a friend, who's like, you could take them. I don't use them as much. Thank God. I'm doing her a service by just taking these away from her face. First of all, they're huge, too. They're not even like, do I even have a comparable headphone here? HT280 Pros. These are huge in comparison to like a normal headphone, which makes all the girls kawaii. There's even a cosplay mode. If you just plug it into a USB power bank, you could wear it around. Razer is very, very good at marketing. You could see it is lit up currently. We've got some there's ways to change colors. You want to hear some shit? So I plugged it into my laptop this morning, first time. And I was like, plug in, okay, cool, found the Razer, blah, blah, blah. And I walked away and I came back and it's like installing Razer software. Because the motherfucker, this is brilliant. And I'm amazed more things don't do this. But of course it would be Razer and this. Because this is a USB device. It's USB audio device, but it's also a storage device for the Razer software. So you plug it in and Razer software starts like popping up like, hey, you want to install me? I'm going to do a thing. You can have all this customization with all this Razer software if you do this thing. And I was like, no. So it'll be stuck on whatever color it's set to. I think it's just like a nice teal. And it's lit back here also. It's just, it's so nice. And I've got the microphone muted. It's not going to be all garbage. It's not going to be all Garbo because it's really well built. Garbo. Like the microphone muting. What just happened? There. You squeeze. This is literally a push button that you could squeeze. I was like, that's cool. That's a thing. And it's lit up so that when it's out, you can see it. Just out of the corner of your eye, there's a red thing right by your mouth. A cat's extended red thing right by your mouth. This feels like it's really well built. I do have a problem with it not having this orientation flexibility. I have had to take some liberties by twisting the shit out of the top of it like that. Because I always find if you don't have angled pads, it never seals behind my ear. And as much as this guy... Wait, where is he again? Much as he seems to be enjoying them because his head's weirdly shaped, like it's perfectly designed for Razer products. Mine's not. So I bent the hell out of it. Metal. This is nice. The cat ears are kind of pointy. On the version 2, they show with rounder ears. I'm wondering if those are bear ears because they said they changed for different animals now because everyone's got to get their persona in their headphones too now. What's yours? Into the comments. I bent that real bad. Let's put that away. I've had other headphones that have done this collapsing mic thing, and this one does it probably the best. It does have a 50mm driver. It's metal, and then I thought this was a touch panel, but it turns out I was just freaking out my laptop, and things were just pausing randomly. Volume wheel, which is a digital wheel, which actually controls the volume on the laptop. We've got a button here that I'm sure enables once you have the software installed, and I'm like, nah, motherfucker, no. Nothing on this side. Attached USB, which is kind of bothersome. I mean, I know it's a cheap set, but gamers use this. Gamers who abuse the shit out of things and KAWAII this shit, and you know they're going to break the wire. It's gonna fail, like a little bend, and break. They could have made it just a pluggable USB cable, but they didn't do that. Maybe the version 2, which is, by the way, twice as much money. $200 fuck off dollars instead of $100 fuck off dollars. The pads, I gotta speak out for the comfort. These do have cooling gel pads. So they're a closed back with cooling gel pads with kawaii ears, which kawaii in Japanese, by the way, means cute. And I was like, all right, what can I compare this to? I need a headphone that's closed back with kawaii ears and cooling gel pads and a microphone. Steal my look with 2 zip ties and some felt tape stuck to itself. Also, I have the microphone for this. It is now out. Rode, this is the Rode NTH 100s. And they have the microphone kit, which is a little bit pricey. So these were like 150, then they were 130, and then they have problems. People say that they break. But if you loosen this right here, because the problem is, or the benefit is these lock. You literally rotate this and you can slide it up and down to adjust it and say, fucking lock. And then it doesn't. And the problem is it was locking a little bit too tight and cracking the back plastic here. But I think if you just give that like a quarter turn is what I did on the back of this with a little Allen key or star key, I forget what it was. It just won't do that. So just preemptively, but cooling gel pads, closed back, microphone, showing up today. If I feel like it, I'll put the camera back on and show you the microphone. I'm actually going to do a full review of it with the mic. I've got a thing coming up. The game fidelity video is coming. That is not an April Fool's joke. I'm doing it. I've got plans, bro. Plans, bro. So I needed to compare directly because you sort of get lulled into a sense of like, maybe this is good. Maybe as I'm listening to Pusha T's Misfit Toys, like I put this on and I'm like, okay. And then, you know, I had to have like a reference point. So it's like, oh, I can't hear half the frequencies in that. Oh, okay. I'm gonna pause these because it's easier than lowering the volume. So yeah, I decided the Rhodes would be like there's other headphones. We've got literally, I'm gonna do another video at some point in this channel where it's just like, hey, everything under $200 is fucking fantastic. Because we've got the Harmonic Dyne Athenas, we've got the Ghosts, and you've got the B50s, B50s? Yeah. So, sound quality. I thought these would be worse than they were. As far as like boominess and like fucking aggressive bass and shit. And they're not. They're actually rather subdued because they suck at doing bass. They suck at doing bass. And I'm like, that throws away my whole, like I have a misconception. Like you think about certain things. Like, I'm gonna go to Vegas and it's gonna be dirty and scummy and filled with piss. And you go to Vegas and it's dirty and scummy and filled with piss, but really nice people. Like it's like, oh, now my misconceptions are all fucked up. So now it's like, well, now I know that gaming headsets are, although I should know this, gamers don't really need the bass because the bass doesn't make you better at playing games, and only games that exist are first-person shooters. I'm still in that realm of like, if you're talking about a gamer, like if you're a gamer and you just want to play everything and it doesn't really matter, you're not playing competitively, then why the fuck are you buying this? For the microphone? They make desktop mics for like $50. Then you can have any headphone you want. The world is your oyster. It's a big, complicated, but it's a fucking oyster. And I was just at a LAN party. I was at the fights.net LAN party. And I walked around and there was like 300 people there, 300 tables and 300 gaming setups. It's people spending thousands of dollars on monitors and graphics cards and keyboards and layouts. And there was 3 people? The person who I know is a patron of mine who talks to me was one. And then there were 2 others that did not have gaming headsets. So that means every gamer, like that's a 97 or 98% average of gamers are using gaming headsets. Didn't matter what style or type. It was just a gaming headset. It had some sort of lights and it was definitely made by like Corsair or something. So it's like, I'm here to fight the good fucking fight. I don't care if this is an April Fool's video. This is real. This is a real thing I did with some felt tape and some zip ties. If your kids are begging you, Daddy, what a like we have gaming headsets at home. Make this the thing that's at home. Give them $140 pair of Rhodes with some fucking cat ears that are made out of felt tape just stuck onto it. Because you know what? They'll honestly probably be better gamers. Better low end. Like, there's literally frequencies missing in giant chunks. And I didn't notice it at first because it's like, it's V-shaped a little bit. It's got this like bloated semi-low end. It's not really low end. It's just like, it's there, but it's not bass. It's just, this is what people who don't know what bass is think bass is. And then like, I was listening and there was shit in the same exact tracks. One's coming out of the Own X1 SGT, which is like a $300 DAC amp, but that's not like the be-all end-all. In fact, the output impedance probably fucks with it. And then like whatever's built into this, just so it's not an even playing field. I'd have to get basically a USB dongle and another laptop and hooked up to try to compare for like $8. Hell, the fucking Apple fucking adapter. I keep it here. I keep it by me always because Apple has fucked up many things in the world. They haven't fucked this up. In fact, link to this in the description. So I could just simply plug this in and be boom, now it's a USB headset. Ha, fuck you. Take that, atheists. Go away. They're pretty terrible. They're not as terrible as I thought they'd be, and they're terrible in different ways. I thought they would just be all bass and they would be like screaming treble for gaming. And it turns out they're just poor bass and actually like muffling the detail, but yet somehow some vocals on it sounded clear as day. Like, these are almost presentation headphones. They have this weird like spoken word stuff. Like people who are clearly singing or speaking into the middle of a thing are perfect on these. I don't know how many games are that. I mean, honestly, there actually probably are a bunch of RPG games that are just like people talking to you. So maybe they're perfect for that. Maybe they're fucking perfect. Maybe they're perfection embodied in a headphone. The pads are great. The cooling gel pads with the actually, you know what? Hold on. I'll get a link out of this. KAWAII makes pads that are basically those. I have them here on my $2,000 Tim socks. They're ghetto rigged on here, but they're on here. So if you're looking for like, if you love the Razer headset feel, you've got this like stretchy, thin fabric and cooling gel. Well, here, KAWAII makes their gel series, which I have on here, and they're Velcro, so it's just weird. But that'll, you know what? That might just straight up fit. They're even the same like size. Well, shit, KAWAII's got secret pads, and obviously this is not memory foam, and this is memory foam with the cooling stuff. The fact that they're stuck to my Tim socks, which have been like my go-to reference. Like, I'm not saying play games in these. I'm just saying that these have the same comfort as these because of a KAWAII pad. Just we'll put those there. They're also purple, so we're in the same range of like kawaii. I'm just not gonna add. I'd have to get actual leather. Could you imagine if I set this up with the leather fucking folded little cute little cat ears? That'd be great. All right, so what am I saying? I think, obviously, these are the best headphones in the world because we got to have that April Fool's joke in here somewhere. These are obviously the best. If you're a gamer girl, you should wear them. And if you're I want to call him a fuckhead, but I don't want to call him a fuck. He's probably a really nice guy. He might be a model. He probably works for Razer. No offense, man, but they didn't pay you enough to make that, because that's like hidden in one of their pages. It's just like, hey, look at all these people who are enjoying our headphones. Jesus Christ. They are really with like the gamer girl thing. It's like, hey, could you like take your clothes off with these? Which is essentially what they're specifically designed for. At least that dude didn't have to do that. Yeah. I mean, they're not going to break. I've proven that they're not going to break because I would love to break these live on camera. But they are someone I know, and they want them back. And I probably won't break them. But if I did break them, oh, kawaii. Anyway, I do have the Maxwells over there. As far as gaming headsets go in the future of the game, I'd have the Maxwells, the Odyssey Maxwells. They're expensive. They're 4 times the price of these, but I think they're 4 times the worth. I'll put these pads on, so the cooling gel. Oh, God, they're so cold. Anyway, that's it. I think obviously, you know, any reputable headphone will do better than most Razer headsets. Now it's just a matter of I didn't understand. Now I understand. Like maybe there's an EQ. Maybe I can go in there and there's an EQ that will fix things too. If I install that software, which I didn't want to fucking install, I told it no. So maybe you could make it better. Otherwise, I don't care. They look fucking kind of cute, but I feel like they're too bulky. Honestly, women out there, if you're watching, the 4 women who are shown on my YouTube studio that actually watch these videos, just make your own. Get a more, even this is a more reasonably sized, like less bulky headphone. It'll just be cuter. I don't know what that thing is with like the giant fucking, what's her name? The anime girl with the big headphones. She's thick as a brick, so it works. But if you're not, 9 feet tall, these are kind of going to make you stand out. I don't want to be a cat. Stop being cat. My cats are dicks sometimes. Chewbacca wasn't, but my cats are dicks. Anyway, Patreon subscribe star for this channel, and it's all its content. Now I got to move all these waifu figures back. I got this sort of thing going on here. These were like 29 cents on Amazon one year. It was wild. Yeah, I'll link to some shit. In fact, good luck finding the link to these in the description. It'll be there, but it won't be link 1 or 4, or maybe it will be link 4 or link 8. Anyway, Patreon subscribe star, support this channel, see reviews early, participate in yard sales, hear sound demos. I'm gonna have to sound demo these because I've got the sound demo rig set up. It was set up yesterday, but sound demo will be available. Fuck, I can't believe I'm gonna do that. I'll have to do it off this laptop. $10 a month, it gets you into the private behind-the-scenes Telegram chat. We could ask many questions directly. Like, hey, Zeos, look at this picture of me in these headphones. Do I look kawaii? And I'll be like, 7 out of 10. You also get into a lifetime swap meet channel once you're in that. So once you've joined the $10 tier, even once, you get into the chat. And then once you're in the chat, you get into the swap meet. So you can buy, sell, and trade gear. Over 340 members in there, I think, right now, that are just constantly, it's like it's a swap of some sort. Giggity. Am I done? You're done. Check out Hi-Fi Guides. Check out the In Ear Fetish channel. Check out all the other things. Oh, and the actual yard sale video will be on the 3rd because this video had to be made. By the way, link to this beautiful wallpaper. It's a floor paper. It's a desk mat. But it like the matching of the colors was just. Let's bring the Rinko girls out because they're coming soon. Soon, end of the week or whatever. The 7th. Rinko's dropping the 7th. They're kawaii too, but at least they're kawaii in a giant titty sort of way. Just want to say that.